On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. MLB The Show brings you baseball on a rainy night. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Okay, all set to go. Here's Andres Gimenez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. The wind of the pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Kicks and deals. Struck him out looking. So up next, Will Brennan. Outfield playing pretty shallow. That one fouled off. Castillo, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And the string of a changeup. Here's Jose Ramirez. He's always a threat at the plate.
He's been flexing his power in the majors for a long time now. His first career home run was to right field right here inside Yankee Stadium in 2014. The right fielder that day for the Yankees, Ichiro Suzuki. Even he couldn't catch that one.
Toss to Turner, and Ramirez is set down. Guardians go down in order. And we're back. Here's Victor Robles.
The designated hitter, Victor.
And he deals. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Cobb, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a splitter, a curve, and he works in a slider. Tosses to first, and a quick out number one. And now for Seattle, Ryan Bliss. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Oh, and he hit him.
So, Boog, if you had to take one for the team, where would you want to get hit?
Chris, I think I'd have to say upper hamstring. One down. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Right through there for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And 1-2. At the belt and fires. Hammered. And this one could be extra bases.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Luke Raley swings through it for strike one. One run is in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away.
Well done. Drives in the run. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Fall off foul. 0-1 now. And that one missing low.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing, a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Base hit, 1 run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone. Here's Josh Rojas. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's the count.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Batting in.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Little chopper rolls foul. The Mariners trying to break this one open here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next pitch is outside.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner holds up at third. Base is still loaded. 2 away as one comes across.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And now, J.P. Crawford. Raley, the runner at third. Turner on second. Polanco on at first with 2 down. Hit hard on the ground to short. On to Jimenez. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Josh Naylor.
Number 22.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
The right-hander back to work. Line drive, and it's caught for the out. David Fry digs in for the Guardians.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0. The M's leading by 3 here at the top of the second. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And the right-hander deals. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. On the ground. Sneaks through. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way. It was off speed and inside, though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
Man at first, 1 away. That clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Just misses with that one. And now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 2. And at first, here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Freeman, in his 2nd season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, usually in center field, but today starting in left. And it's strike 2.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick. And the most important play is that ball down the left field line. Getting to it, cutting it.
They take the force out, and that is that.
Realize the most of my words are cheaper. Meet me on my seatbed is where I'll be. Need oxygen, so acting sweet.
Bottom of the inning, and now it's Victor Robles up to him.
The designated hitter, Victor Robles.
And the pitch. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there, letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Bliss, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Robles aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch is downstairs.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
Clips the corner, and a count 1-2. And a pitch. Fly ball center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off-speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
At the plate, Julio Rodriguez. And there's one down. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play. So digging in, Cal Raleigh. 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Raleigh.
Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the
Filling
count.
up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Two outs. On the ground to first, Naylor. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back at T-Mobile Park, new inning getting started, and here's the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Naylor.
Castillo back to work. That clips the zone. That's strike one. Fastball for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away. And now the right fielder. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. The Mariners leading by 3. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The wind of the pitch. That misses. Going to count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And here it comes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swung on, belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians.
Andres Jimenez.
Swing and a base hit. Around third. He'll score, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Nope.
Brennan,
Ball
the
one.
next to hit, takes ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Right through there for a strike. The M's leading by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. That one felt good. His first homer of the year, and this game is tied. It's 3-3. Here's Jose Ramirez. First pitch misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
One down, base is empty. There's a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering is fouled back. Tied up here in the early going. And that just misses. Back to the mound. He's got it. And Ramirez is set down. Here's Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 1.
Josh Naylor.
And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. And
One
that's
ball,
in the dirt.
2 strikes.
That one just misses. And the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And that will end the inning. Back in Seattle as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. The wide to kick the pitch. On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Turner now. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Ball 1, no strike.
Rojas stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And a pitch. In the air, left field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. A run comes in on the play. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. And that one fouled off. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. To the right side. Naylor steps on the bag, finally gets the first out here on the grounder. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
And it was too early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Pulls that one foul. On the ground at first, Naylor. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Digging in, Victor Robles. 1 for 2.
Robles.
Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first. What a play to end the inning. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the Guardians DH, David Fry. The pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
The 0-2. Out to short, Bliss. to first.
He's out.
One up, one down. Here's Brian Rocchio. Struck out swinging his first time.
Brian Rocchio.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. The other way, and that's a base hit.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
Freeman in the box now. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Back-to-back base hits. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Naylor in the box now, takes strike one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 on, 1 out.
Wow, just a beautiful back roll slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that.
Got him swinging. Now it's the right fielder, doubled in his first AB.
The right fielder, Daniel Schumann.
Line drive, base hit. Runner around third. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe. They pick up a run, and now it's a one-run game.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And that one fouled off. The Guardians down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and it's 6-5. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
Oh, that's a big at-bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Absolutely smoked the baseball. It just jumped off the lumber, and when you're able to find a gap like that, Boog, you're even looking for a triple.
Swing and a ball popped up. Polanco in position. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. On a 4, and now for Seattle, Ryan Bliss. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Righty delivers. Out to short, Rocchio. Whips it across. 1 up, 1 down. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners.
Rodriguez.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Cobb checks the runner, and he's back standing.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And that's outside. 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
just
ball
off the outside edge. And the count's even at 2. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. The ball absolutely jumped off the bat on that swing. Kind of made my eyes light up. And the data we're getting doesn't disappoint in the slightest. 116 miles per hour exit velocity. Tell you what, that will do the job.
The 1-0.
At the ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. A gigantic blast. It's 8-6. Tristan McKenzie comes on now.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Line drive, base hit down the line.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swings through that one.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
1 ball.
Not close with that one, and it's 1-2. Right-hander kick steals. On the ground, a short could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. On a nailer, they get 2. Set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. New pitcher for the Mariners, Yimi Garcia.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Garcia goes 6'1", 230 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Just missed. That one 95 to finish him off. And now it's Josh Naylor. There's a strike. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Fry, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Stays alive. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Caught him looking for the K. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. That's in there. Strike 1. That one pulled foul. Naylor at second with 2 down. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and here is Jorge Polanco. The wind of the pitch. And a curve is down and in.
Well, these Mariners doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Over to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Crawford now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. One down, base is empty. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Victor Robles. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And now the count is even.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit in the air, right field. Should have this one. And he makes the catch. And that is that.
Get up, let the groove soothe, yeah, then let the beat smooth. You get up, let the groove soothe.
Back at T-Mobile Park, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Freeman. Garcia back to work. Here's a high chopper. Polanco tosses to first. Out on a bang-bang play. Bo Naylor at the plate now. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And that's too high. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Fights it off, you'll see another. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Right-handed reliever on the ground. Into the outfield, base hit.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. We just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Number 10 in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Fall off foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're at the top half of the 6th. Next offering misses down and away. And he hits a ground ball right side down the line, and it's foul. 2 on, 1 out. That's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He's safe.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Tying runs now just 90.
Gabe Spire gets the ball now. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. And now Will Brennan. And fouled off. First and third, one down. Right through there for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. That one down the line. Good eye in that spot. And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Here's the throw.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Ramirez at the plate and takes high there.
1, no strike.
In the dirt, 2-0. Just missed. That to right. Settles underneath it. And that is that. Back in Seattle, where we go bottom 6. And now here is Ryan Bliss. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That one off the bad part of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. Snags it on the run. 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. That one inside. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Slider right there.
Got a ball, 1 strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
2 balls.
Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. That one called a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Leaping, and he brought it back.
You see how turned up that we be. You see how high my degrees be. You see them jock trying to beat me.
And we're back. And now it's going to be Josh Naylor.
Number 22, Josh Naylor.
As the lefty gets to work, that's in for a strike. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Smash down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if he'll take it.
0-1 down. And that one fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect.
And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. And up next for Cleveland, Brayan Rocchio. That one hammered, but pulled foul. On the ground, right side. And it's just foul. That was close. And ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a ball popped up. He's under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So up next, Tyler Freeman.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that skips in the dirt. Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. A massive home run. His first homer of the year, and now they're out front. It's 10-8. So 2 down. Next to hit, Bo Naylor. That's in there. Strike 1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees.
Yeah, we in goal mode. Going.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tim Herron.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swing and a foul straight back. The lefty fires. And a swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Turner climbs in on that right side. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. Try to climb the ladder.
Foul ball, still 0-2. 1 down, base is empty. In the air, center field. Brennan under it. He's got it. There's 2 away. And up next for Seattle, Josh Rojas. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. When you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the right fielder, number 10. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. And there's 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Close, but call the ball. And 1-1. And a foul ball. Got him. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Andres Munoz.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. There's a strike, 95 of that one. And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Trust me when I tell you no receptions.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 36.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Polanco now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Kicks and deals. Down the line. Sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And a quick out number 1. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball well.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases.
Everything came together for him. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
And the batter now, Victor Robles. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Got him! And there's 2 away. And stepping in for the Mariners, Ryan Bliss. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now, Jose Ramirez. And the pitch. Right through there for a strike. On the triple digits. The 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. Just off the inside edge.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
The first
Josh. New pitcher for the Mariners, Trent Thornton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Just missed. And that one clips the corner. One down, base is empty. And a base hit into right. And now, David Fry.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Rowley makes the grab for the second out.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Next offering is in for a strike. In there at the knees. Next offering way off the plate. Naylor off of first with 2 away. Good eye right there.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in.
Goes down looking. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Emmanuel Clase.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Fouled off. He was late. So heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Now batting.
He's 2 outs away. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. He was late there. Strike one. Clase, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Late on that fastball.
That was straight queso right there.
Kicks and fires. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Raley swings through it for strike one. And 2 now as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one missing inside. Outside low. And the count is even, 2-2. He goes down looking. So they're down to their final out. Justin Turner up next for the Mariners. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a foul ball. And there's a foul ball. The Mariners down to their final strike. And downstairs.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
The third baseman, number 4.
So digging in, Josh Rojas. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. So the tying run at second. And that one cutting but missing down low. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1.
Two outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
2 outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. At the belt and fires. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. And that'll do it. The Guardians slug their way to a win in this one.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things...
Not like these girls on the loose. I'll put up with you, babe.